I'd like to yield 2 minutes to our distinguished Majority Whip, Mr. McCarthy.
Majority Whip is recognized for 2 minutes.
Well, I thank the chairman of the Budget Committee for the work that he has done on both sides. We've watched a lot of debate. This floor is supposed to be devised to have the power of the idea win. Mr. Chairman, we watched the President's budget come here and unfortunately unite us, that nobody thought that was the direction to go. We watched history be made on this floor for many years. It's always said that history repeats itself. In my short lifespan, if I'm really looking at where America stands, it stands much where we stood in 1980. A choice between two futures. Have you ever thought for a moment the similarities to 1980 to today? In 1980, America was afraid that Japan was going to surpass us in our economy. Today, we have fear of China and India being larger. In 1980, Iran was holding Americans hostage. Today, they want to close the strait. They want to develop missiles that hold the world hostage. We had an energy crisis. Today, the price of gasoline is the highest it's ever been. Every generation in America has been able to improve on the generation before it. But do you realize in 1980 was the first time a majority of Americans believed the best days were behind them? 50.4%. Today it's at 74%. We had a challenge in our foreign policy. We literally had a president put a sweater on and tell us to turn the heater down. Our biggest challenge is our debt that faces us. Well, you know what? Today we have a choice of two futures, just as we did in 1980. So the choice today is, do you want that European model? Or do you want something that faces our challenge, honest to the American people, and rises to the occasion? When Ronald Reagan was sworn in his inaugural, he said, "Our willingness to believe in ourselves and our capacity to perform great deeds, to believe that together with God's help we can and will resolve the problems that now confront us. After all, why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans." You know, Winston Churchill once said of America, you can always count on them to do what's right after they exhausted every other option. We have exhausted every other option. This is an opportunity for a new path, for a new future. I yield back.
Time gentleman expired. Gentleman from Maryland.